Art was never a choice for me. I was born to be an artist, and there was never a doubt in my mind that being an artist was my calling. Never have I tired of creating, and every time I draw it, a fire ignites in me that I just can't seem to extinguish. Although it seems that art comes easily to the artist from an outsider point of view, that's not true. Art is a struggle and can put the artist through stress and hard work. I cannot imagine any other way to see the world than through the eyes of an artist. Without this artist's vision, the world would seem flat and dead to me. When I was created, my brain was wired to see the world for its color, for its form, and for its potential to be used in art I create. I was being walked into South Shores Elementary School to performing arts. In my 4th grade year, all of my grade and the grade above me were required to take part in the school play. That year was The Tale of Snow White. And considering I can't sing, dance, or act, I really had one option left, stage crew. And little did I know then, the times I would have in stage crew were the best in my life. Once I joined, we began painting enormous canvases as the backdrop for our actors. This time we were painting a sunset. I dipped my large paintbrush in yellow paint, splattering my small amount on my Gap jeans. Stepping onto the canvas with my dirty shoes, I began to paint. Never did it cross my mind where I was painting or how much I was painting. In my clouded thoughts, I painted and painted. Soon I began to see the paint enclose on either side of my body like a shark circling around me. This clearly wasn't going to end well. I had succeeded in painting myself in a hole near the middle of the giant canvas. Panicking, I saw my teacher walking towards me. As she spotted me, I was embarrassed. This was the #1 rule in painting a canvas this big 101. Never paint yourself in, ever. Because once you do, you can only wait it out for hours for the paint to dry, step on the paint and ruin it, or if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to leap out. Lucky me, because after being yelled at by my teacher, I took the leap of faith and soared much like a ballerina on stage, finally landing on the flat cement. A sigh of relief escaped my lips when I looked around, totally embarrassed by what had happened. That was a lesson I never forgot, and it didn't just apply to giant canvases. That lesson was to never lose focus when drawing or painting. This will only lead to a world of hurt. And most will see this when I'm only a centimeter away from my page, focusing hard on what I'm making. The scariest thing for an artist is artist block. Much like writer's block, it can shut you down and drive you crazy. And his most uncomfortable and angry feeling as an artist. It feels like your mind is harboring many secrets that it is withholding from you. I've experienced this many times throughout my life. I can remember sitting down with a pencil and paper and willing myself to draw, doodle, just create anything. There was nothing. There are no quick fixes to artist block, but I have learned ways to overcome it. The first is being to go outside. If you're cramped up in one place for too long, the inspiration gets depleted and withered like a wilted flower. Therefore, go outside. The world around you holds many inspirations. You may see something that sparks a thought within you never knew you had. During middle school, I met my best friend. One of my best friends. Her name was Alexis, and she happened to be an artist like I was. We would sit and draw every day at lunch, saying no words but happy to be in one another's presence. And time again, I would hear her putting her drawings down and calling them ugly. She would tear them up in hatred for the work she'd put out. I would confidently respond that she should never put her work down because all of it was good. But then I came to a realization that I had been doing the same thing. I would draw something I really liked and was impressed with one day and see the flaws in it the next. No one could convince me that it was actually good work once I had determined that it indeed was not. Through time, I have learned that what I wanted my art to look like wasn't matching with what I was seeing in my head. There was no way that I could get these to match up, but still I tried and gradually found myself improving. And slowly but surely these images came into fruition, but not quite there yet. I have learned that most artists, including me, will always see the flaws in their work no matter what, and that I am my own worst enemy. But this drives me and makes me want to be even better. This self-criticism isn't necessarily a bad thing, but can point out flaws and motivate me even further. In high school, I met one of the biggest challenges in my art career, drawing people. What could be so hard, right? Well, apparently everything about drawing people is difficult. So one summer, I took a life drawing class, which was basically the fundamentals of the human anatomy. We studied nude models, the muscles, and the bones. I walked out of there bursting at the seams with knowledge. I learned that I first needed to learn the fundamentals along with all the boring stuff, and then I could get to the good stuff. Repeating a skill over and over ingrained it into my mind. The most important thing I've learned is to practice, practice, practice. Nothing comes easier without hardship, even art. And to this day, I'm still drawing, most times also with furrowed brow deep in concentration. I plan on continuing the path I'm on, and hopefully I will be a master artist someday. Without persevering and hard work, I couldn't have made it to where I am today in terms of skill and creativity. And that is what I share with the people in this room today. That hard work pays off, and that following your passion is key to living a happy and fulfilling life. Shout-outs, Ms. Gilbert. You've been the best art teacher I could have ever asked for. You helped me grow in art, and I never would have made it out of AP Studio Art if it wasn't for you. Ms. Rubin, Thank you for being a great advisor and being an amazing advocate for your advisees. Coach Mel, I don't think she's here, but you're the best coach ever. You always motivate me, and because of you, I'm a stronger person. Ms. Rudolph, thank you for being an amazing art history teacher. I love having lengthy talks with you. Kelly, Rio, Peter, and Sky, I am grateful to be in art history with all of you. You're great friends and amazing, hilarious people to be around. Izzy, you know me better than anyone else does. You're such a unique personality, and I'll miss you so much the times we spend talking. No one can replace you in my heart. I love you, and you'll always be my best friend. You're going to be the best scientific, medical, detective journalist ever. Phoebe, I don't know where I would be without having you around. Being able to talk to you about any and all books except for the book that shall not be named is amazing. I'll miss you so much when I go off to college. You're my best friend, and it will be difficult not being able to run up to you at 7:45 a.m. to share the day and what new posts I saw on Tumblr. I love you, and I can't wait to see where you'll go. Auntie Mare, thank you for being my #1 fan. I love you so much, and I know I'm always thinking of you. Lars, Lindsay, and Laura Lee, you've always been loving siblings to me. I love you all no matter what you have been there, and I can't thank you enough. Little Charlie, I know my life will hold many hardships for you, but I always want you to know that your big sister will take care of you forever and always. I love you so much, more than words can express. Ellie, oh boy. I can't explain how much I love you. I'm heartbroken to have to leave you so soon when I'm off to college. I can't imagine what it would be like not having you by my side. You've always been there to greet me when I come home and gently lick my tears away when I'm sad. There won't be a day that goes by that I won't think of you. You're the best dog that a girl could ask for. Mom, you've given me so much, not only your love, but your support and time and endless care. I can't thank you enough for being as strong as you are. You've guided me through life and showed me what it means to be strong, loving, and caring. I'll probably call you night after night asking how to work the washing machine or how long I microwave mashed potatoes for. I will always come back to my mom in the end. I will miss saying goodnight to you every night with a kiss. I love you. Dad, you don't know how much I appreciate you. You're so smart and have gotten me where I am today with endless support and encouragement. I don't know what I would do without you. You're the most patient, funny, and caring person I've ever met. Thank you for pushing me like you do and teaching me as well. I'll always be your Baba Louie, pumpkin head, small fry, and most importantly, your daughter. Remember, I love you.